sports as a tool for development has made a lot of things in my life, and I'm happy for that program. In fact, when I was just in this community, nobody knows me. I was just in the house. When even in the night, just to go out and have fun, I was not kind of that girl. And when this program came, I got to realize that I am now the most popular girl in this town. And also, when I went to senior high school, that even made me very, very happy, because when I went to senior high school, everything they will call me, Memuna, come and do this, do this. Even when they are to punish my colleagues, they will not punish me just because of sports. Because I was running, playing football, playing volleyball, all those of things I was doing it. So everything, they even made me like sit down and let my colleagues fetch water for me to bath, just because of I'm doing sports. Before this program came, our life was not just it was not just good at all, because now that I'm seeing it, I'm just seeing that those dates was not very good for us, because those days where you just see a lady, like you just come back from school, and from school you just join your parents to the farm. You will not learn anything. And even when you are to play football, we were thinking that when you are playing football or when you are in a sports activities, you will not give birth, you will not also just like your life will not, what you are dreaming about, you will not meet it. Like when you are going to school and you are playing football, or you are doing sports activities, your school might not complete just because of sports. That was our perception about those days. And after this program came, now we got to realize that our lives have been changed. One of the girls in our communities, she's called Miji. She's now a keeper of young queens, the African young queens. She's now the keeper. In all the communities, YOPP has been given the gender groups capacity buildings, and also the SRHR, sexual transmitted diseases. They have been giving us those knowledge just to come back in the community to teach those who were not there. We ever had an issue like teenage pregnancy in this community. It was very high. So we organized ourselves and had a drama about it. So we did the drama and the issue was solved. They have been organizing general sports festival for the community. Like they will just camp all the 11 communities at one place to play matches. And when your community wins, you take a gift home. Some of our parents do not allow us to be coming out for training, and we try our best as a gender group to talk to them. My dreams for my future, I want to become an assemblywoman in this community. From there, I would like to become the MP or DC. From there, I just want to become a president in this country.
Sports as a tool for development has so many impact in our communities, because first, our communities were separate, were not working together. But through sports as a tool for development, we are now working together, our sub-communities, and we are working with 6 sub-communities. We are now working together all the time. And also, our community, we're not having girls' club, But through sports as a tool for development, we are able to establish strong girl club, and girls are also actively participating in sporting activities in our locality. Because earlier on, we thought girls were not participating in sports activities. We're able to get them involved, actively participate in sporting activities. The Yellow Youth Association was formed in December 2011 with the aim of bringing sub-communities together so that we work together to bring peace among the communities. And we've participated in many activities in ST4D. We participated in so many summer seminars, general festivals, local sports festivals, and many more. My role in the Youth Association is I serve as Assistant Secretary. I'm also a girls coach as well. Through ST4D, I'm able to acquire basic coaching course to be able to handle the girls club in our association. But earlier I was not having any knowledge how to handle girls. I wasn't have any knowledge about that. But now I'm able to have some basic coaching knowledge to handle girls club. I made many friends, international and local, through sports summer seminars and general sports festivals and local sports festivals, as we are all together. And every year when we come together, I made new friends. It has so impacted my life. Earlier, we were finding it very difficult to come together to focus on development in our communities. And as a person in my life, I'm now able to have so many capacity building through that, and I can also facilitate development in our community. I have the capacity to lead. I also have the capacity to also teach. And I'm willing to continue because development has no end. Also has a lot of impact on colleague members in our association because we have two members, a male and a female, who are able to acquire a coaching license. We also have two girls also benefited on their education. They were able to make some friends to sponsor them to complete their tertiary education. Our major problem in our communities was the land dispute. We're having land disputes in our various communities. And it was a challenging to the youth of the area. And the youth decided to come together to form the association to foster unity among the sub-communities. And we are able to achieve that land dispute. It's now a pass.
My name is Safianu Mahama, board member of YOPP and chairman of Dalan Youth Association. Out of Dalan Youth Association, about 10 years ago came the idea of YOPP. So YOPP was formulated, and the focus was to empower the youth in the communities to take up developmental challenges, both boys and girls. Now you go around the communities, you see an empowered youth who are really taking up the challenges of development in their communities. Some time ago, it was difficult for some communities to meet and play sports because of tribal or chieftaincy conflicts. Now it has become a thing of the past. Communities can play football together and they can really work together. In terms of girls, it was very difficult and challenging for them in the communities because most of the time they were confined in the kitchen doing household chores. But now they have a platform where they can also come out and meet with themselves and also confront duty bearers with problems that confront them in the communities. So there have been numerous challenges confronting the communities that has to do with early child marriages among the girls, sharing water, drinking water with animals because they have only one dam that is serving the whole community, and the water it's so bad, and still they have to rely on this water. Sometimes moving as farming communities, it is very difficult sometimes to leave your farming activities and come all the way from your community to come and be part of meetings that are geared towards developing the communities. So it's been an amazing journey over these 10 years, and the developmental challenges are still there, and the project still continues. In the communities, YOPP does this by organizing sports festivals, local sports festivals for the communities in the beginning, and then general sports festivals for all the communities converging in one part to be able to project these challenges they have by bringing duty bearers closer to themselves so that together they see how they can solve this. We have a very empowered youth who now have very formidable youth associations that is ready to take up any developmental challenges in the communities. This youth, they kind of meet, and those challenges that are not beyond them, they try to take them by their own. And those challenges that are beyond them, they confront duty bearers, and then they bring this closer to them, and together they find solutions to these problems. The list still continues, especially with our female folks. Now they have a platform where they can talk about themselves, sanitation, they talk about personal hygiene, they talk about everything that confronts them as females. And they now also have football clubs where they can come out and play and have fun and also talk to anybody. They are part of meetings and they are part of forums, and they are empowered to the extent that they can come out boldly and say things that confronts them in terms of problems. Boys are also not left out because boys are sometimes involved in conflicts, and empowerment in the past and sensitization in the past by YOPP have really motivated them to eschew conflicts and try to take up developmental challenges that confronts them head on to be able to find solutions to all this. So it's been an amazing journey, and I have been fortunate to be part of this from the beginning because YOPP has really empowered the youth, and so many people are affected. From 7 communities in the beginning to about 11 communities as we currently speak. A lot of people are directly or indirectly affected by this, and this has been a very enormous journey. It's been very relevant, and then because development is a process, it has to continue, and empowerment still goes on, and we are happy to say that the youth are really empowered around the communities, and they can now take up every challenge. Because we have so many of our youth also serving in the district assemblies where there's a bigger platform for them to project their communities, the problems confronting their communities, to the government to come and help them to be able to solve these challenges.